The Supreme Court opened the door today for greater antitrust scrutiny of professional sports leagues. The justices overturned a lower court ruling in a case that questions the NFL's licensing power. Bloomberg reporter Greg Stohr is live on the steps of the Supreme Court with more. So, Greg, the NFL will no longer be treated as one entity, but 32 individual teams. What's the background on this case?
Carol, this dates back to a decision the NFL made about 10 years ago. Up until that time, there were multiple companies that would make a hat or other apparel with NFL logos that you could buy. 10 years ago, the NFL decided we're just going to license with one company, that's Reebok. Another company called American Needle, based outside Chicago, that had sold NFL hats, was not happy with that decision and sued. And the essence of their lawsuit was that the NFL should not have made its decision as a group. They should have made their decisions as 32 separate teams, and they should have the right to try to get a licensing agreement with one of or any individual team. Lower court threw out the lawsuit, and as you said, the Supreme Court today revived the suit, so that case will now go to court.
So basically, this means if I'm Reebok or Adidas, I need to go and negotiate my deals with each team individually, right? So it opens the door to more competition.
You may have to do that, Matt. It's not sure. The Supreme Court did not say that the NFL had violated the antitrust lawsuits, only that it didn't have a shield, only that it couldn't be considered a single entity and therefore have the suit thrown out. We still have to go back to court for the lower court to decide whether this agreement thwarted competition or whether there were enough good reasons to let it go forward.
All right, Greg, so there's obviously some issues still out there. Let me ask you, though, the individual teams, I mean, do they lose here, or is it really just the league that loses?
It depends on who the team is. Some people we've talked to today say that the high-profile teams, your Dallas Cowboys, your Washington Redskins, may actually benefit from this because think about it, if they can go out and license and negotiate a deal themselves, and if a lot of people want to buy their apparel, they may get more money than they would have gotten acting as just one of 32 members of the NFL.
Greg, what's the bottom line here for retailers? And then clearly the question becomes, what's the bottom line for us, for the consumer?
Well, American Needle says that this exclusive arrangement with Reebok has led to higher prices. That's something that the lower court will look into. Certainly, if they win the case, they will argue that prices will come down because there will be more vendors who can sell apparel, and consumers potentially will pay less.
All right, Greg, we're going to leave it there. Hey, listen, thanks so much for the update on this one. We'll obviously continue to follow the developments there. Bloomberg reporter Greg Stohr joining us on this Monday outside the Supreme Court.